try to make this quick. Hit round 100 on terminus. Right in the middle, right there, you see round 100. I'm going to show you what I used to pretty much go and do the whole thing. Pretty much throughout the entire game from round 10 or so up, this was my primary weapon, my main source of damage, till about round 40-ish, along with the beam smasher. You can use whatever starting weapon you want, because inside the spawn room, you can buy the GS as a wall buy. Akimbo, extended mag, suppressor, you know, the standard build that people are using. I used Ether Shroud because it was extremely helpful whenever I needed to get out of the spot that I was in for most of the strat. I also used decoys. I didn't use any specific gobble gums. You can just use whatever you want there. And the guy who I got the strat from, his name is Toxic Outlaw on YouTube. He's the only reason I have round 100. I will say it again. Toxic Outlaw. I am not claiming the strat. It belongs to him. I don't have any footage from the earlier rounds because I just forgot to clip it. So I'll just have to explain it while the background footage is going on. Obviously, you want to turn on power and get Pack-a-Punch opened. By that point, you should already have your pistols. And if you have enough salvage to make them blue or whatever, that's fine. Then you want to Pack-a-Punch them and get PhD, because those are going to be your main weapons outside of whatever you spawn in with if you didn't buy them off the wall. You want to craft the Beam Smasher. Once you craft the Beam Smasher, you want to save and quit before you pick it up. What that'll do is that'll respawn that zombie that you grabbed the first Beam Smasher piece from. You want to leave that piece on the floor the entire time. You never want to pick it up, because what that'll do is that'll just keep spawning zombies like crazy from this room, like you see right there. And the whole strat is, once you get the Beam Smasher and you get set up a little bit, you get some perks, maybe you want to Pack-a-Punch the Beam Smasher, whatever. It should be around like round 20-ish by that point. From there, you want to train in the big AA gun area up until about round 40 something to 50. Round 50 was preferred, but I did notice around 45, or even earlier than that a little bit, it started getting a little bit difficult, but I didn't want to go and do the spot just yet because of salvage. You want to make sure that you have a lot of salvage, because this strat, if you aren't getting RNG drops from the manglers and the amalgams, you are going to be eating through your salvage like crazy, because you need mutant injections inside of the Beam Smasher room. Once all those zombies are pouring through the windows, you pop your mutant injection, kill all the zombies, save the manglers, because all the manglers and stuff are mostly going to stay outside of the room. They won't really push in there too much. Occasionally you might get one or two that go inside the room, but if you really want to, you can just end up killing those. They're not really going to be that much of a bother. But at the end of a round, once all the zombies are dead, and you only have manglers, you want to do what I'm doing now, and just kill off all the manglers using your normal weapons. You don't want to use any streaks against them, because you can't get any more mutant injections or chopper gunners if you kill them with streaks, because of Treyarch changing that. I don't know why they did, that's just how the game worked. It wasn't a bug, whatever. Now you could just continue to craft them if you have the salvage like that, but in my game I didn't. So I had to rely mostly on getting them from the manglers. Sometimes I'd get none the entire time and have to go and craft. Sometimes I get too many. Like right here, I think I get 3. The one that I'm holding, one on the ground right there. And then, yeah, one over there too. Somewhere over there. So you could get too many at a time, and you have to juggle them and make sure, okay, maybe if I pick them up now, the timer will last long enough until I go and grab one, the despawn timer. And you'll just hope you have to pick it up before that despawn timer hits. During bug rounds are very annoying because they can spawn in through this window. You want to wait until you see them pop up on the window, because you can see I'm shooting and killing like 4 or 5 at a time, depending on how many any spawn in. At this point, I'm shooting twice because they're taking 2 bullets to kill, basically. Either that or multiple will try to pour through the window at one time instead of only one. So you want to make sure that you have your GS-45s topped off with ammo before you start. Money at this point shouldn't be an issue. It will be earlier on, but by this point you'll have hundreds of thousands of points, so it won't matter at all. And that's basically it. Any amalgams that spawn, they're just gonna run in the room. They're not gonna do what the manglers do and just hang out outside. The amalgams will almost always push into the room. Only 2 spawn max, but sometimes one can spawn in and the other one won't spawn in until all the zombies are dead. So you'll just want to watch out for that. If you hear them both spawn in, they're just going to run in there and try to attack you. If you're in your mutant injection, it won't really matter. If you have Ether Shroud and you don't have a mutant injection, then just Ether Shroud out of there, you'll be fine. Go to the crafting bench to the left of where a jug is. Craft a mutant injection if you need to, and just go from there. It's not that difficult. It's just kind of, I wouldn't say scary, it's just really stressful. Because you have to worry about your salvage. You have to make sure you didn't leave behind a mutant injection if a mangler dropped one. Speaking of, always have napalm burst on your pistols. Because if not, the manglers are going to be very, very annoying to kill. Napalm burst will just make your life a whole lot easier. For the amalgams, you don't really need to worry about it because you can slow/weaken them with the beam smasher and either shoot them with that or shoot them with your pistols, and it'll work just fine. Like I said, by this point you'll have plenty of money. Ammo shouldn't be an issue. If it is, then I'm just not sure what to do for that. I can't really help you there. And that's